Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have a new mini course, Telepathically Connect with Your Specific Person, if that's something you may be interested in. So if you guys are interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to remind all of you guys who are manifesting a specific person that your specific person is literally waiting for you. They are literally waiting for your manifestation. They are connected to you 24/7. You're actually connected with everybody in this universe. And yes, that includes your specific person, even if it feels impossible. And your specific person is literally waiting for your command. They are literally waiting for you to decide how they're going to show up for you in your life and in your 3D. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So we've talked in other videos about how we're all connected, how we're all one, how all of us are part of one consciousness. And so your SP is no exception to that. Your SP is like everybody else. You are connected to them. I would even argue that you might be even more connected to them because of the emotional attachment and the emotional involvement that goes into your connection and all the feelings that you have about them. So have no doubt that your specific person is always 24/7 connected to you and your energy, your assumptions, your expectations, and your dominant inner state. And since all of us are each other's mirrors in this 3D reality, your specific person, once again, is no exception. They are still your mirror. How they're showing up is a direct reflection of your own assumptions, of your own dominant stories that you hold within about yourself, about them, about your relationship with them. They are a reflection of your dominant expectations, how deep down you expect them to show up in your life and in your 3D. They are a reflection of your dominant beliefs. They are a reflection of your dominant thoughts and emotions. And overall, they are reflecting your dominant states at each given moment. So your specific person is literally there waiting for you, subconsciously, of course, not on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level, they are waiting for you to transmit to them your assumptions, to transmit to them your expectations, your energy, your desires, your state, etc., etc. And according to what you're transmitting to them, in your oneness, because remember, I just said, we are all one. We all share the same oneness. We're all part of one consciousness. In accordance to what you share, in accordance to what you transmit to them most dominantly, they are going to respond by showing up accordingly in the 3D. Whether that is a loving way, whether that is rejecting you, whether that is being indifferent, whether that is wanting to be with you, worshiping the ground that you walk on, being obsessed with you, or on the other side of the spectrum, whether they hate you, whether they don't want to talk to you, if these are the dominant stories that you're holding, and deep down, if these are still the dominant expectations that you are holding within you, whether they're pleasant or not, whether they're self-sabotaging or not, whether you like them or not. So your specific person, like every other person in your 3D, like everything else, every other situation, every relationship in your 3D, every experience in your 3D, they change accordingly depending on where you put your dominant focus, where you put your dominant attention, and where your dominant state is at any given moment. Of course, because states can be very fleeting, that's why we say dominant state. Dominant state means that it's sustained for a certain period of time as your most dominant state. It doesn't mean you never waver. It doesn't mean you never get doubts. It doesn't mean you never question things. No, these are normal. They happen to everybody. But it means that your dominant state, let's say 70-80% of the time, is towards my SP loves me. My SP wants to be with me. I am going to be in a relationship with my SP. If this is your dominant state most of the time, there is absolutely no way your SP is not going to reflect that back to you at one point or another. It might be, for some people, it might be hours, it might be days, it might be weeks. It depends on your resistance, and it depends on whether you have any other backstories, or whether you have fears around the relationship, or whether you have too many doubts. So again, we go back to the idea, to the concept of state. What is your dominant state? But if your dominant state is a state that is aligned with what you want, your specific person has no choice but to actually conform. If your dominant state is truly and genuinely a state that is aligned with the reality that you want to experience, a committed, loving, exclusive relationship with your specific person, or maybe dating, or maybe marriage to them, having a family with them, whatever it might be, your specific person at one point or another is going to follow that, is going to reflect that, and is going to want the same thing. And the more dominant and the more unwavering that state is within you, the faster they follow and the faster they reflect it. So this is something you guys always need to keep in mind, because one big mistake that most people manifesting a specific person make is that they see their specific person as separate from them. You're not trying to change them. You're not trying to influence them. You are changing yourself. You are changing your own perceptions. You are changing your own state, your own focus, your own attention. You're training yourself to think differently, feel differently, put different meanings on things. And once that happens, once that starts taking hold within you, once that starts becoming dominant, in other words, within you, your specific person is sure to follow. There is no other way. This is the order of the universe. This is how the universe works and how the entire world works. So I know this is a very basic, almost a manifesting one-on-one, but I wanted to remind you guys because a lot of the times we forget about all the basics. And I think a reminder, once and again, is a good thing for all of us. So you want to remind yourself, and you want to keep in mind that your specific person will always follow your quote-unquote commands. By your commands, I mean, what are your assumptions? What are your thoughts? What are your expectations? What are your feelings about the relationship, etc.? All the things that I just spoke about. According to what these are, whether they're good, bad, or neutral, they are going to show up in the 3D in an aligned way. A way that aligns with your own dominant assumptions, your own dominant energies, and your own dominant inner states. So then it's not an exaggeration to say that your specific person is actually waiting from you to give them the command, quote unquote. Don't take it as, they're puppets and you're telling them what to do. It's not what I mean. But they're waiting for you to decide who they are showing up as, how you're showing up as in their relationship, what their relationship is going to be like, and they're going to follow that as a mirror reflection. They're literally waiting for you. They're literally waiting for what you transmit to them. Again, we're talking on a subconscious level, not on a conscious level. And according to what you transmit, according to what you project, is what they reflect back. Which is also great news because it means you can decide at any given moment. You can make a change. If you don't like what you're seeing in the 3D, you can make a change at any given moment. And you can shift things and turn things around at any given moment, no matter how much time might have passed, no matter what they might have said in the past, no matter what might have transpired between the two of you, no matter whether you're blocked, no matter whether there's no contact, no matter if they're with another person, etc., etc. Once your inner perceptions change, your specific person will also inevitably change. So I hope this is a good reminder for all of you. I know, like I said, it's very basic. However, even basic reminders are needed from time to time. And I hope this is something that you can take with you. I hope this is something that you can keep in mind. I hope this is something that you can keep reminding yourself when you catch yourself falling off track. And if you follow this concept, your specific person is going to be yours. They're going to be in your life or back in your life or in your life the way you want them to be sooner or later. And the more certainty you have, the more certainty you project, usually the faster they come as well. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.